Welcome to Record and welcome to Siobhan Whyte. We've got problems, Siobhan, and you've had a really bad weekend. We're going to come to you about that shortly. Now, for those of our overseas viewers, mainly in the United States, this has been a particularly tragic occurrence. Will you just go over what happened to Rhiannon?
Yeah, Rhiannon was brutally attacked October 2024 on her way home from work by an illegal migrant. She survived 3 days, but he stabbed her 23 times with a screwdriver. The main wound basically was a screwdriver straight through the brainstem.
My goodness me.
So if she hadn't have died, she would have had a poor quality of life and been blind.
Did she have any problem with this guy?
No,
before?
didn't know each other. She worked in a hotel that he lived at. He'd been in the country 11 weeks. She didn't know him. He didn't know her. Nothing had ever been said before. Obviously, their paths had crossed through work. Never mentioned him. Didn't even know his name. And he just stalked her for hours on the Sunday, the 20th of October.
Now, these illegal migrants are causing havoc throughout the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And they put them in hotels, 4-star hotels usually. And they get lots of things given to them, including mobile phones.
Mm.
And they go out of the hotel. It's free to come in and out. And they are terrorizing, and that's not too strong a word, the district.
They are.
They are parking themselves outside school gates and looking at kids. They are causing disturbances everywhere throughout the country. And it was one of these illegals that have been let in the country, and nothing's done about them. They escape. Very few of them are sent back.
Mm-hmm.
Less than a quarter of them are sent back at the moment.
Yeah.
And the government are clearly failing in this big time. Now, the other problem here is a company called Serco. Now, this is outsourcing by the government when they give all the dirty work to an outside source. The outside source usually make a lot of money. And you're not happy with that situation either.
No, because it was Serco that were meant to be security for the hotel Rhiannon worked at. I believe there was a complaint put in of intimidation, but you can see on the footage that the Serco didn't even get up and speak to him. But now they're letting us down as well, the Serco team.
Now, you were called in by the police, was it, to the hospital? Well,
No, we had a phone call from Rhiannon's best friend. She was on the phone to Rhiannon when it happened. She heard the screams. I phoned the hotel and said, "Is Rhiannon there?" And they said, "No, she's gone." I said, "Well, you need to get over to the train station because I think something's happened to her." Then we were phoning around the hospitals, the police. Rhiannon's friend Emma had phoned the police. I phoned the police, and then they phoned me to say that the ambulance and the police were with Rhiannon. And then I got another phone call because I lived in Walsall at the time, and I thought I'm going to have to go over to the manor. She'd probably been beaten up. We phoned all the hospitals, the manor, New Cross, and then I got a phone call from the police to say that they were with her and she was going to the Queen Elizabeth, and it was life-threatening or life-changing. But we still didn't know until we got to the hospital that she'd been stabbed.
The police actually at this stage were very helpful to you.
I've got to say, and I will continue to say, British Transport Police, who dealt with Rhiannon's case, have been absolutely fantastic. They got an arrest within 5 hours, and they've constantly been in touch. They were very honest about how things were going and very helpful. I can't lie. They have been absolutely fantastic. We were lucky there, especially with what's going on with the police at the moment. But from Paul Atwell, the detective homicide who dealt with the case, to our liaison officers, Tim and Carl, through the whole team, Daisy, Beck, and everybody else, have been absolutely fantastic.
Thinking about this guy, he got arrested, didn't he, in Germany?
Yeah, he got arrested in Germany at a train station, ironically, and then was obviously de-arrested. He travelled from South Sudan to North Sudan, left his family behind because he was scared for his life, but left his family and his so-called pregnant wife behind. Fled North Sudan, went to Libya, I believe, went to Germany, Italy, and France, from what we can work out. Arrested in Germany, denied asylum in Germany, denied asylum in Italy, came to France and came to England. But we don't know why he was denied asylum. So that's something I'm asking the embassies at the moment.
What was his country of origin?
Sudan, South Sudan.
Yeah. A real problem, that.
Yeah.
And they all come to Britain, of course, because we are so soft. We give them everything.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, they get off the boats, they give them phones, they give them money, they're given brand designer clothes, they're given somewhere to live, 3 meals a day. Who isn't going to take that? And they can't all be in fear of their lives from war-torn countries. It's just they're coming over, fighting age. God knows what's going to happen, but it's going to erupt soon. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared, actually, what's going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be coming to an end. We get these figures put out, most of them false, of who's actually remaining here, who's gone back. And this net migration figure is nonsense.
Yeah.
They can pick and choose what figures they
I
want
think
to
700 came over yesterday morning. Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, this has been an absolute tragedy, and for you, the 5 children you have,
Yeah.
and grandchildren.
Yeah. And obviously, Rhiannon's little boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is, I say, appalling, but unless you've experienced something like that, losing a child, you can't put words to it. But have you had help and counselling, or how?
Yeah, I'm going through counselling at the moment. I thought I'd be strong enough without it, but I wasn't. But I'm going through counselling. I've got the support of my family. So that's how I'm getting through things at the moment.
Yeah, there's only so much counselling can do.
Yeah.
It will change, has changed your life forever.
Yeah.
And your family, and especially Rhiannon's son.
Yeah. It has. It's destroyed us. He gave us a life sentence, I think. Rhiannon's got 3 sisters and a brother. And luckily, it hasn't separated us. We've got closer. But I come from a big Irish family. So cousins, nieces, nephews, sisters, brothers. And luckily, we were all supporting each other. But I've had a lot of support. Yeah.
Problems with the police have got worse in that these were transport police, which is quite different. We've heard a lot of good reports from transport.
Yeah.
It's quite different from the ordinary policing. But this last weekend, you were in Brighton.
Yeah.
Now, Brighton is a bit of a one-off. It's been very green, very lefty for donkey's years. And there was a march. Tell us about that.
It was actually meant to be a peaceful demo walk. The organisers had spoken to the police down in Sussex, etc., for 6 weeks or more. And it was meant to be just a peaceful walk. There was speakers, myself, and a few other people. And Councillor Bella Sankey advertised it as a protest, and we were literally barricaded by lefties from every angle. She's saying, you don't spread hate, and what she incited that violence. They were throwing bottles full of feces, urine. They were throwing glasses, paint, balloons. They just absolutely trashed it.
What was particularly upsetting was the placards they were carrying.
Yeah, I mean, my daughters were carrying a picture with Rhiannon, and they were carrying pictures of placards of hate, fascist, racist, everything under the sun, really, that was abusive. I've never once, my family never once brought race or hate, colour, creed into this. It was one person, and he was from Sudan. Am I blaming all Sudanese? No. Am I blaming all colours, creeds? Absolutely not. But the lefties in Brighton, literally tore us apart. Now, my daughters, two of my daughters, were carrying a picture of Rhiannon, and they were just trying to talk to people, say, look, this is what happened. It is reality. A woman was screaming in my daughter's face, oh, diddums. It was done with love. You don't kill somebody out of love. And then a man turned around to me, well, a few men, but one man in particular turned around to me. He said, well, she probably deserved it. And then it became a chant with them all. Did I react? Yes, I did react. Did I physically touch somebody? No. And the police literally pushed me flying, and I landed back on the floor.
And you hurt your back.
I have, yeah. I just thought it was just, I'll get over it, a bit of adrenaline. I actually went to hospital this morning, and it's muscle damage in my shoulder and the bottom of my spine.
This is what we hear about two-tier policing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Fortunately, someone put his foot out and stopped me banging my head, because if I'd have banged my head, it would have come down with a bang. He put his foot out and stopped that. It is painful. It's painkillers, rest, the usual that the hospital advise. But to be honest with you, will it make me stop? No. It will just make me stronger and fight more, because I'll get up and do it again.
Now, you're going to do that in the sense of raising some money, aren't you?
Yeah, we've got a GoFund. And we did set up one just after it happened, but a lot of that money has gone towards Rhiannon's little boy, gone into savings for when he's older. We've set up a new one, and we don't benefit from it at all. It is for children left behind, basically, so we can help them, day trips, if they need things, we're there. We can help families that have lost children that have lost mothers, and men, because it seems to be happening to a lot of men as well. But it is for the children left behind, yeah.
Now, the little one has got a teddy bear and picture of Rhiannon over the teddy bear's face.
Yeah, she's got a teddy bear. He's got a teddy bear, sorry. And it's on the belly is a picture of him and Rhiannon. and he goes to bed with it every night. It sits by his bed with a photograph on his bedside table.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Absolutely tragic. And we hear almost every day of stories like this. And it goes on, nothing's done.
No. This is what, I mean, I know a lot of people probably don't want to speak out. There's a lot of victims that are probably silenced. A lot of families probably going through a court case. Did the police tell me to silence? No, I chose to remain silent. I will put that out there. The beginning of the court case, I didn't want anything to jeopardize Rihanna's case. I didn't want, the abuse, or you're racist, your family, and it all comes back. I chose as a family to remain silent. We weren't forced into it. Now I believe a lot of people are being silenced when they're going through things and other things that are going on. Will we be silenced? Absolutely not.
Now, this is because they don't want to upset the foreign locals, I presume.
Yeah. Do I go out of my way and think that every person of colour is here to cause trouble? No. Do I believe that every illegal is here to cause trouble? No. But 85% are. And that's the sad thing. And like I said, I won't sit silent. I'm not going to go out. I'm not a racist. I come from a very multicultural group of friends. My mum came to England as a migrant at 16. Do I blame all immigrants? No, I really don't. I know some come over here to bring their families over and to get a better life. I was in London yesterday with a friend, and there was a big Iranian march, and they said that they just want to go home. So they're trying to get this king in so they can go home. We offered them all the will, the wishes in the world that they get what they want. And again, no, I don't blame her. And I know Australia's very tight on it. America's very tight on the illegal thing. The only country, Belfast has erupted, Dublin's erupted. The only country that is not erupting is England.
Yeah.
And then when you do react, Rodney, they blame us.
Yeah.
And then, no, I don't condone violence. Rihanna didn't condone violence. I don't condone the violence. I don't condone this. But what have we got left? What have these men and women got left? Me, I'm so full of anger because it should never have happened to my daughter. Will I go out and physically fight someone because of it? No. Do I feel like it? Yes. But the government can't blame people for actually taking action into their own hands. Yeah.
What do you think of the leader of the orchestra, the Prime Minister of Great Britain?
I can't stand him. I cannot stand the bloke. And he's a traitor. He is a traitor to this country and to his people. I've reached out to try and get a meeting with him. I've reached out to try and get a meeting with Siobhan and Mahmood, and I am being blocked from all angles. Well, that's okay, because a lot of people, I've a lot of support online, a lot of support from Tommy Robinson, Shinny, my friends at Raise the Colours, Ryan Bridge. A lot of people are reaching out to me from America, Australia, saying they give us support. That's all I need, because it keeps me going. Yeah.
Well,
But our government, no. Starmer, absolutely not. And a lot of people are saying to me it's because, is it the case of don't look back in anger and remain silent? They think this is what it is. No, I won't. I will not stay silent, I'm afraid.
There's a lot of gaslighting in Great Britain at the moment.
Yeah.
Keep the lid on the pressure cooker.
Yeah.
It's about to come off unless they do something radical.
We're going to end up having some kind of civil war. There's just the reality. And I think they need to be more like America, more like Trump, bring a martial law in and put an end to it. You know, because I wouldn't listen to the news. I wouldn't read the papers prior to Rhiannon. It made me too sad. Now I'm all over it. Yeah, and the Henry Novak incident, I don't know, it wasn't a migrant. Broke my heart. Literally broke my heart. Again, two-tier policing. Stephen Ogilvie in Belfast now lost his eyesight. It traumatises me because I think of those poor people, those poor families.
Mm.
And I'm not getting anywhere. But again, it just makes me stronger to keep going.
Yeah. Mm. Thank you for being so frank and honest with us today.
It's okay.
Our thoughts and prayers will certainly be with your situation, and more strength to you as you go ahead and
Thank
try
you.
and bring some good out of this awful incident.
That's all we want to do. Like I said, we don't want to condone violence. We don't want people to keep screaming, we're racist, we're fascist. We're not. But if you're not willing to come up to me and ask me what's going on, now all the way through this, I have said we're not racist. This isn't about race. It's about one person. If you're not willing to sit down and listen to me or my family and our story and really understand how we feel, and then you carry on walking because I'm not interested. Yeah.
We've got a link that we're going to show on the screen now of how we can support you. And as I say, we wish you all the best, and we wish your family all the best.
Thank
And
you.
I repeat, it's surprising in an awful event like this, how good, with good people, can come out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Siobhan, so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.